Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Ramzan Reviews. Today I'm going to review two books, Breach of Peace and Rebel's Creed, both by Daniel R. Greene. Both of these are not actually novels; they are a sort of novella, short form of the novel, 150, 180 pages or so. So let's just dive into it. So as you can see, the cover of book one, I like that very much. It had that dark steampunk kind of vibe, which is very coherent with the vibe of the book and the writing style. The cover of the book too, I didn't like at all. Uh, Although it did represented the vibe of the book too, or some of the incidents in the book too, but I didn't like the cover too. Then let's talk about the tone and the setting. I listened to the audiobook version of the both, but I also read ebook of the book one, Breach of Peace. So the tone is dark, steampunk style. Uh, the tone of the book one, the setting is kind of a crime noir fantasy kind of setting, which I liked very much. The tone of the book too, I didn't like. It was not clear what the book was trying to do. Um, so that's that. Um, but definitely the tone of the book one is much darker as compared to the tone of the book two. But both of the books takes place in the same city, which apparently have no name. It's just called the Empire. At some places I thought that this city is the Empire. At that's it. But at the end of the book two, it's revealed that that's not it. The Empire has many other cities, and apparently this city is one of the lowest, smallest cities of the whole Empire. Uh, that's the thing. Let's talk about the plot of the book one. There is one inspector, which is the protagonist, Khlid, or Khlid, something like that. She is leading law enforcement, and they are called the Hands of the Almighty. They are the inspectors, and below them there are the normal police. So they are at a crime scene, and it's a mansion outside the city, a mansion of a royal family, a very rich royal family, um, and they are brutally murdered, all of them. The Some of the servants and the guests and um, everyone in the family are brutally murdered. Very graphic, very gory. Uh, uh, it can also give you chills sometimes. Khlid, her husband Samuel, and the inspector Chapman. These are the three inspectors, which are the main characters. I like Khlid, I like Chapman. Samuel, not so much, very shallow. So they all go into the cellar of the mansion. They find something there, uh, which I will talk in the spoiler section. So let's just move on. That's the main theme. They go from there, and then the reveals happen. Some good, some not very well done, and that's it. So let's move to the spoiler section, because without talking spoiler I cannot go to the book number two. So I'm going to talk about full spoilers. So let's move on. um, the spoiler is that the Empire is evil. Empire has these multiple law enforcement agencies, the top of which is military, and even above them are the anointed, which are the super soldiers. Then there is MOT, red hands, or then there are inspectors, and beneath every law enforcement are the simple police officers, or the police. These three guys, Khlid, Chapman, and Samuel, they find out that the whole plot, that the Empire killed the royal family, and they wanted to send a message, and the anointed find out, and then at the end, the anointed kill everyone except Khalid. She saved Khalid for experiments. She does some experiment on her, and what happened, she survives or not, we will see in the book 2. The plot of the book 2 revolves around two main characters, Khlid and the apprentice, the only survivor of their police station, their precinct 7 or the station 7, that is Holden Sanders. So this Holden guy, he's a drunk, incompetent, uh, apparently sex addict, addict of all sorts. He's trying to find out the truth because he thinks that Anointed is lying and the whole empire is lying. uh, he wants to believe the Anointed, but he at some point he doubts her, but still he tells her everything. So that's I didn't like the Holden character. The half of the book is telling the story of the Chapman, what he was doing in the book 1 behind the scenes. So it's kind of a flashback, but Chapman is dead. So I don't know. It's kind of third. Uh, it's kind of the omniscient point of view. Someone is telling, but not who. The story of the Chapman. I don't know. It's confusing. Book 2 is very much confusing. Book 2 has no coherent plot apparently. So and then there is a minister that stole some files which were telling the whole story of what actually happened, and so that then the lies can be told to the common public, and those lies are used to manipulate the people into subjugation. So, and then Khlid is the first successful monstrous weapon created by these Anointed using some magical scientific potion called the drip, and she becomes this very strong, powerful weapon. They cut her left arm and right leg. I don't know why they did that, but now this fluid is coming out of her arm and leg, which turns into claws, and she can do all sorts of things now. Um, Now characters, Khlid, Samuel, Chapman, they are okay. I don't like Holden, the minister. It's okay. Minister, he's shown to be the bravest coward. So that's what he is. He's brave, but he's also coward. So that's kind of a conflict in his nature. Parka, the rebel, very shallow character. Maybe we will see more of her in the future, in the future installment of the series. Writing style, simple, easy to follow, quick to digest, not very complex. Particularly in the book 1, it's good, it's coherent. In the book 2, it's not that good, but overall it's okay. Writing style is okay. So what are the pros? Both of the books are short. First one is a little bit shorter as compared to the second one, and not very complex, so you can easily get into it. There are mythical creatures, anointed experimental super soldiers, um, and conspiracy theories, etc., etc. So those are the things. If you like such kind of novels, particularly if you like the crime noir kind of novels, you will love book 1, but not book 2. Book 1 is a little bit better as compared to book 2. I didn't like book 2 at all. So overall, I am going to give book 1 8 out of 10 because it was first book of Daniel Greene, and he did a phenomenal job, a superb job as a new author. Book 2, he should have improved, but he didn't, and book 2 was, I think, rushed, and I didn't like book 2 at all. It was not coherent, and I think he was jumping from one place to another place, and it didn't make sense at all. A lot of things didn't make sense at all. As you can see that I had to go through the book 1 2 times, and also the book 1 I had to go through both books 2 times just to know that if he gave the city a name or something. I couldn't find it. Maybe you could let me know if you did. So I'm gonna give book 2 a 6 out of 10. I should have given it 5 out of 10, but I think still I'm sure that he will improve a lot in the next installment of the series. So that's my review of Breach of Peace and Rebels Creed by Daniel R. Greene. What did you like about the book? What you didn't like about the book? Have you read it? Are you thinking of diving into it? Let me know in the comments below. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to learn. I'm new to the YouTube, so if something you didn't like, let me know. I will try to improve it. See you next time.